Hi Aries, Sun, Moon, Ascendant, or Venus. This is Dane, and I am going to be doing your money and career reading for you. Now I ask if this reading resonates with you. Don't forget to give it a thumbs up and also to subscribe to my channel. And if you would like to be notified whenever I upload new videos, and I upload all the time, just hit the bell notification button. Now before we dive into this reading, let's clear the energy space, raising our own energy vibration and releasing any negativity. So take a nice deep breath in, exhaling whenever it feels comfortable for you. Releasing all negativity from your body like storm clouds, feeling yourself become calm, centered, and at peace as you enter into this safe and loving space. All right. So let's see what the tarot has to say. Aries. Money and career for September 2020. Aries. Money and career for Aries, September 2020. Money and career for Aries, September 2020. Money and career for Aries, September 2020. Angels and spirit guides, show me clearly. Guide this reading and show me clearly. Angels and spirit guides, show me clearly. Guide this reading and show me clearly. Angels and spirit guides. Angels and spirit guides. Fantastic. With one bonus card, which will be put right here. Wonderful. And now let's see what your chakra energy is for this time. Aries. September 2020 money and career, Aries. September 2020 money and career, Aries. September 2020 money and career, Aries. Angels and spirit guides, show me clearly. Guide this reading and show me clearly. Angels and spirit guides. Fantastic. So we have holistic health. There's a much more natural approach to things that you are going to be taking. So this can be for your own health, your own self, but because we're dealing with money and career, this is a gentler approach. This isn't the kind of eat or be eaten approach that we tend to have towards things. This is a gentler, kinder, more connected approach with your inner power and your inner truth. This is your root chakra, and this is an embracing of your roots and a moving forward, a healing. There is something here. It can be, not sleeping well. It can be being very anxious about things. And it can be taking a more natural approach to things, working with a nutritionist, working with an herbalist. GABA is always just absolutely wonderful to take to calm the body and center the self. Of course, talk with your healthcare professional, most definitely. But this is a sense of kind of going back to your roots, going back to what's really important, and healing in a kind, compassionate, prosperous way, not in a ravishing way. This then leads you to the I am presence. So as you heal, and that's so funny because as I was, as Spirit was talking about, the holistic healing, Spirit kept on showing me, the pathway that they used to walk in this one hospital, which I forget the name, but they had it so that it echoed. And they would have people behind this pathway whispering, I am better, I am healthy, I am prosperous, I am strong, because they knew that the mind was so powerful. And so here with the I am presence, you have that kind of echoing of strength and of power and of prosperity around you. The I am presence is the crown chakra. What is your narrative? What is the narrator of your story saying to you when life is quiet? Are you connecting with yourself? Are you connecting with your prosperity and your power? Or is this, I'm worthless, I'll never get to where it is that I want to be, I'm never going to have the job I want, I always have to work and work and work, and I get absolutely nowhere, I get treated like crud, these type of things. Is this what we're telling ourselves? Because we all have this narrative in our lives at one point or another. Or is it, I'm successful, I'm powerful, I'm prosperous, I'm not going down that path again, but I'm looking at that path. I will never be defeated. I'm not a victim, but a victor. And as I am embracing my victor mentality, I am embracing myself and my soul. And I am seeing this I am presence as the underlying narrative of my story. Is it a Russian novel? Is it a tragedy? Where you sit there and it's like everything is just bleak, step after step after step? Or is it a triumph story? Is it, you stepping back into your power and claiming what it is that you desire? Your I am presence is very much connected with the magician here. And it's as above, so below. As you think it, so it becomes. And this is where a lot of the magic is held. This is your connection with the God's head within you. Because remember, Brahma said, I hide the God's head within man, because there he will never find it. You're finding it, and you're embracing it. And then we have divine wisdom. Now, this is the soul star chakra located 6 inches above your crown. This is your wisdom. This is your beauty. This is, divinity whispering in your ear, guiding you forward, having you look at things so much more powerfully, so much more profoundly. And the wisdom is around you and is a part of you. Now let's see what the tarot has to say. The left-hand side, of course, is your inner self. Yeah, okay. The middle is your heart, your emotional self. And the right-hand side is your public self. And of course, you have one bonus card. So we have the Hermit, which is Virgo energy. This is a time frame of August 23rd to September 22nd. Then we have the Page of Air, air sign energy, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. You yourself, Aries, are shining through as a king with the King of Fire right here, really guided by your heart, guided by what you desire for your life. And you have call, you have judgment. This is your angels being right there with you, raising you up. This is a resurrection from where you once were to where it is that you want to be. Now with your heart, we have the Two of Fire, the Two of Wands. You're looking at the pathways before you. You're looking at the world, and it isn't a small world, after all. Well, that's funny. It isn't, oh, that's interesting. It's almost like it felt so small, like there were no opportunities before, because now it's showing you, breaking down barriers and the world becoming vaster. It's kind of like it's becoming less crowded, less overwhelmed. Dreams are being able to take root. And that's what Spirit is showing here. It leads you to the Three of Fire, which is you moving forward in passion, in creativity, in what you desire. The Nine of Air. Okay, you have the repeat of the number 9 here. With the Hermit, there we go. I was like, where's that 9? With the Hermit, and now the Nine of Air, the Nine of Swords. Worry, doubt, and fear plays very strongly in your mind at this time, at your heart. It kind of like it's the world opens up, and then you're going to be like, oh no, I can't do this. I can't possibly. There's anxiety, there's, trepidation, and you kind of want to close the door before it's even opened. And what Spirit is saying here is like, don't do that. Don't talk yourself out of your greatness, your power, your beauty, your truth. Because the swords, the air, though absolutely beautiful, it represents our mind. And so we can live our whole lives in our minds and in the horror of the stories that we tell ourselves, or the negativity that was spoken over, that we let be a part of ourselves, that we don't sit there and say, you know what, no, I have no room for nightmares anymore. And this is pushing the nightmares out of your mind, out of your heart, out of your existence, and saying, there will be hard times. Yeah, I get that. But I'm not ruled by them. And it leads you, it leads you to the magician. That is brilliant. That is brilliant. The I am presence right here. Coming through with the magician, as above, so below, as you think it, so it becomes. We have transformation, right, which is the death card in the Rider-Waite-Smith deck. This is a Scorpio energy, a time frame of October 23rd to November 21st. Then we have the 5 of air. It's karmic. Yeah, it definitely is karmic. The 2 of water, the 2 of cups, but you're healing from it. The repeat of the number 2 is a creation number. It is also a number of understanding and beauty. And then we have the 4 of water. God, source, spirit, however you see the divine, the universe, is handing you a gift of love. Take it. Even though you're not going to be looking for it. And you might sit there and think, wow, this gift, I don't like it. You know, it's not for me. It doesn't fit. It doesn't fit maybe right now. But keep it. Keep it. Because there's something here where you're kind of like looking this way. And there's something beautiful that's going to happen here. But because your back is turned towards it, you're not going to see it. And spirit is saying, look. Look, keep your eyes open. Don't think it can only be one way. Then you have the 5 of earth, which is your bonus card. And now you have the repeat of the number 5. It feels like it will never end. Okay? But 5s come to a conclusion, not quickly, but more quickly than you might feel or think. And this is also a freedom number. So you then embrace your freedom, your desire to be able to move forward with it. It's like you get to be able to spread your wings and not have the constant fear there. But the 5 of earth makes you think that you should be on the outside of wealth, that other people deserve wealth, but it's just never going to be yours. And that is something, that's a narrative that you're changing. You really are changing it during this time. And let's look at the people who will aid you during this time. Aries. Who are the people that will aid Aries, September 2020, money and career? Who are the people who will aid Aries, September 2020, money and career? Who are the people who will aid Aries, September 2020, money and career? Angels and spirit guides, show me clearly. Guide this reading and show me clearly. Angels and spirit guides. Fantastic. We have here the Princess of Wands, fire sign energy, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. This is somebody who's young or has a very youthful, young energy about them. Very vivacious, very bright, like they shine bright is what spirit is showing. And they're not afraid to try new things, to kind of look at things in a new way. And you're going to be inspired by this person. You're going to sit there and be like, wow, I never thought of that. And it is going to open up avenues and doors to you that you once thought were closed. Really is. I remember with the people who aid and the people to be mindful of, these do not have to be people you know in real life. This can be people that you listen to online. This can be, books that you read, movies that you watch. There is an inspiration that comes, and it's around this youthful fire burning within you, guiding you forward. There's also a sensuality and a sense of true beauty with it. And then we have the High Priest, who is the Hierophant energy in the Rider-Waite-Smith deck. This is a time frame from April 20th to May 20th. This is a person who is absolutely true to themselves. And you will sit there and look at this person, this Taurus energy. They don't have to be Taurians. They can just be astoundingly stubborn or have a lot of Taurus somewhere within their chart. But they are stubborn. There's also an air of sensuality around, the people who inspire you for the way that you move forward within your career. And it's interesting because it's not a sexual energy. It's just it's a beauty. It really is a beauty. It's kind of like their soul sings to what they do. And it really does come through. And that is something that's going to inspire you. It's going to have you look at things differently. And this is also saying here that you need to stay true to yourself. This person is true to themselves. And that shines through. It's like they live in their authenticity. And they don't mind themselves with what everybody else is saying. and I forget who says it. I think it's Abraham Hicks that says, what others think of you is none of your business, but I'm not 100% sure. But that is going to be something that you live by during this time, Aries, because what others think about you is none of your business, especially when they're criticizing, especially when they sit there and they're laughing at things. It's like, no, I know my truth. And the Taurus energy here is saying you have to be true to yourself, to the way your mind thinks, to the way that you want to express and create what is of the utmost importance to you. That truth empowers, that truth emboldens. And then we have the Prince of Wands. Now, it's very cool that you have the youthful energy of the Wands here. So these are people who inspire that kind of like, why not mentality, and where the princess has this sensuality and this creation and this knowledge. Like, I'm just seeing like the turning of the pages of books. Very much the divine wisdom is coming forward with the Princess of Wands, with the Prince of Wands. All right. There is this sense here of determination. There is a sense here of vigor and ferocity and veracity of what is trying to be achieved and what is being achieved. And there is a sense of, I will not slow down. And this person has this power, this flair that absolutely entrances. And because they're both fire sign energy, it really talks to you. You sit there and you're like, oh, I get this. I see this. I understand this. And what's happening is a door that was locked is starting to open. So with the Hermit card, now Hermit is Virgo energy, August 23rd to September 22nd. And with the depiction of the Hermit in the Rider-Waite Smith deck, all right, this is a person holding up a lantern, holding up a light. It has a star in it. And remember, the stars are the highest form of man's perfection, and how they guided themselves, how they protected themselves in ancient times to know where they were traveling, especially, of course, at night. And this is a sense of wisdom coming to you in quiet. And it's going to be a wisdom that comes when you least expected it. And here, with this card's depiction, you have all the keys up here. And you have this beautiful door with the lock. Inside, you hold the knowledge to unlock the door within, to unlock what has been holding you back. And as you do so, you're going to find that the world opens and that you are transformed. There is something here, the way that you step forward is quite different than the way that you had expected. And so with this Hermit energy, you're going to be very connected with your inner self. The outside world, the loud, the yelling, the this, the that, that's actually going to be rather repugnant to you. Even though you don't mind a good kind of, it's a good fight. You like it when things are challenging. It's not a fight, but you're going to see here that even though you love being challenged, you're not going to sit there and be around people who make you question the authenticity of yourself, who are so loud that they take away the power of the inner you. This is something that you're really connecting with. And this is something that is opening up doors and enlightening you in such a profound way. It leads you to the Page of Air, the Page of Swords. And the Page of Swords is an air sign energy, a Gemini, a Libra, and Aquarius. The Page of Air cuts through doubts and fears, is a student but also a messenger, is a person who sees so much more. And that's what you're doing here, especially as you turn inward. It's as if what grounds you and your mind start coming together. And of course, they cannot bypass your heart at all. The emotion is absolutely there. So you are a fire sign. You are this fire of truth and of passion and of what is desired and what is needed. And as this shines within you, you shine bright. And now you are looking at the way you need to root yourself to be able to move forward. And you're also looking at the way you need to spread your wings to fly and to let your mind soar. This is a time where you're going to find yourself, searching. There's going to be something, and you might find yourself saying, oh, something's missing. Like, I just need to know something deeper, something more. And this is going to be a way that you fly forward, a way that you open doors. There's going to be this beautiful and intense curiosity that profoundly embraces your heart, your soul, and your mind. And it leads you to you becoming a king. So you are a student of your mind and a king of your passion, a king of the way that you want to create and cultivate yourself. The king is, I see the kings as two ways, okay? One is an actor upon the stage. They're the people that people turn towards and are like, oh my gosh, and they are the ones that people see, okay? The kings. But also on a chessboard, a king cannot move as freely as a queen. And of course, if you have everybody looking at you, you cannot move as freely as a queen, who I see as a director behind the scenes. So here, there's a power to you, most definitely. Is that power seen by others? Absolutely. They see you shining bright, but they also see that you're planning something bigger, and expect people to try and figure out what that bigger is, because they want to be on your ship of success. Aries, that's where they want to be. They sit there and they see you as somebody who can climb every mountain, go through every river, just get to where it is that you need to be without being deterred or derailed. And even if you are deterred or derailed, you don't let that rule you. You sit there and you're like, fine, I fell off track. I get it. I'm looking at things anew. I'm empowered. I'm emboldened. I'm going. And that is an energy that is absolutely defining you. At times, yes, you do feel more stuck by responsibilities. It's kind of like you can't get up and just travel with the wind. And that can actually be a little bit annoying. But of course, during this time in the world, you can't just travel like the wind anyway. So do expect a little bit of frustration, a little bit of chafing against those bonds here. But you are looking at the passion that ignites your heart, that emboldens your soul, and that leads you forward. And as you embrace this, your angels call to you. And you're going to have instinct, okay? You're going to have a brilliant instinct about you where you sit there and you're like, I just feel like I should be doing this, or I just feel like I should be embracing this. And you need to do so. And it can be as silly as, sitting there and saying, what can I do to just take my mind out of the chaos of the world, or out of, always being on my phone or always being connected, and just let myself be. And so look back to what made you really happy when you were little. Was it coloring? Was it, going for walks? Was it, exploring through the woods? What made you super happy? Was it tinkering with things and putting things together? And try to emulate that within your life. Try to give yourself, say, okay, I'm carving out 15 minutes. 15 minutes to let myself connect with me, to let myself decompress, to let myself become more. And as you do this, you're going to find that your angels really start to talk to you, and really start to talk to you in a way that you hadn't expected. And it translates into money. It translates into your career, because it is the essence of you. And they're saying here that you are more powerful than you think you are. And you're being guided in a way that you might once have thought, oh my gosh, that's silly. Like, I couldn't possibly walk that path or do that thing. But as the doors open, you open to this truth and to this beauty and to this power. And yeah, a world that once seemed limited within its options, within the way that you could move forward. You might have seen it a broad, vast world for other people, but for you, it wasn't. And now you're finding yourself riding on a giraffe. You find yourself embracing something that seemed absurd before, embracing a beauty and a truth and a power that you didn't think you could have. And then all of a sudden, the whimsy of life starts touching your heart. The whimsy of existence. It's not being so rigidly, set that you cannot let the beauty in. Now you are letting the beauty in. And it's touching your heart, your soul, and yourself. The world is opening. Doors are opening. You are opening to new ideas. You're going to find that a rigidity is falling away. You had once thought it had to be like this. And now you're finding it doesn't. It doesn't have to be like this. It can be vaster than you ever imagined. It can be more than you ever dreamed, because this is your world. And yes, we have to make a living, right? Yes, bills have to be paid, and there are responsibilities. And sometimes, and the king shows it, sometimes we are weighed down by the responsibilities around us. And it feels like the only person who we don't care about pleasing is ourselves. And that can become devastating. But what you're seeing here is a passionate power of the way the doors are opening to you, of the way that you are moving forward, and you are connecting with something more. You're connecting with something greater. And as you connect with this more, and as you connect with this greatness, you start seeing your ships going out, right? You're sending out what you desire to the universe. You're sending out what you desire in your life, in your soul, in yourself, okay? This is sending your resume out. This is, looking at things in a new way. This is believing in you and saying, I'm not going to be timid. I'm going to go after what it is that I truly desire. Even if that's, again, carving out just a few minutes every single day to do something that speaks to you, to do something that connects you with your angels, your higher power, your beautiful truth. It starts opening up doors. And what you thought was lost, you start to see your horizon. And instead of it feeling so terribly unobtainable, to look at the expanse and say, I can do this. As you see yourself moving forward, as you see yourself, starting to get wins, right? And that's what we need. So often, we get kicked in the teeth time and time again. And it discourages us. It's like, this wasn't what I thought life would be. And how many times do we say this in our lives? This isn't what I thought it would be. It was supposed to be so much more. It was supposed to be easier. It wasn't supposed to hurt this much. I was supposed to be able to be. And sometimes that sorrow, and you can see it here, it's taken hold of your heart. It set you, instead of feeling free as if you could fly, it set you apart. And it's made you doubt. It's made you look at things and say, that's for other people. It's not for me. But Aries, you are a warrior. You are a warrior and you are an emperor. Aries is the god of war. Okay? And you will not be deterred. And what's beautiful is the god of war and the god of love came together. Right? In Greek mythology and Roman mythology. But here, you are finding that life is a bit of a war. It is. It's a battle to stay true to yourself, to find success and happiness and abundance, and find a balance with home life and everything that's required of you. Sacrifices are made. But the sacrifice of who you are and your voice, the sacrifice of everything that you've desired and what is supposed to be, quote unquote supposed to be, what the world says you are supposed to do. The sacrifice is too great. And you're not going to pay it. It's kind of like there's the sense here is that the world can be open to you. The only thing you have to do is lose everything that's important to you. And you're saying no. Because that happens to so many of us. The world can be open to us in whatever way that we wish to embrace escaping. But there's so much more to our world than escaping. And once we realize that, once we start to send our ships out, once we start to see them return, once we start to see what we desire and what we want, not being dandelion fluff on the wind, but being seeds that plant our dreams in the most unlikely of places, you see yourself move forward. And you do. And the Nine of Swords, it's nightmares. It's nightmares, it's doubts, it's fears. It's like, I can't. And this is saying, oh yes, you can. Because as above, so below. As you think it, so it becomes. And the magician, at the root of your heart, is telling you that you can do it. Is telling you that the seeds that you plant and the passion that you have can come forward. And that what's stopping you from the healing abundance that Divinity wants you to have is the nightmare of failing again, is how hard it is to get started. This isn't saying that, everything is going to change all at once and just the money's going to start pouring in. That's not how it works. You build. You build, and it sometimes takes a lifetime to build exactly what it is that you want and to move forward in the way that you desire. And you have to make sacrifices along the way. I know people sit there and say, don't compromise, but you have to compromise. You could be like me. When I was younger, I thought compromise was just two people losing. And it kind of is, but it's not. Because we can't be a petulant child and kick and scream until we have everything our way. It's not a good look. It's not a good look on a 2-year-old, a 3-year-old, a 4-year-old, a 5-year-old. It's definitely not a good look on an adult. And so here, on an adult, there we go. And so here, as above, so below. As you think it, so it becomes. So instead of the nightmare of, I'll never get there, my whole life will be drudgery, meaningless, terrifying. I will be stuck. And what's sad is that it feels as if your voice would be stuck too. Your truth, speaking, cultivating a molding of it, gets caught. And so here, with the holistic healing and divine wisdom and the I am presence, it is freeing your voice. It is freeing yourself to embrace your magic, to embrace what you desire on this world and where you want to be. This isn't the internal magic of the High Priestess. This is more seen by others. People start seeing the power of your heart, the power of your will, the power of your determination, the power of your passion, the power of your fire, the power of your essence. People start to see it, Aries. You're not good at hiding it anyway, okay? You shine brightly with it. But people take note. And this is a time where you start to see yourself gathering up the elements of your understanding, of your movement, of your grace. And it moves you to a transformation. In the public arena, it moves you to a transformation. A dying away of the old self, a rebirth of the new. A passion, a beauty, a power, a purpose. And as you open yourself up to this, it opens itself up to you. It's also the Great Equalizer. And I know that's terribly morbid to say death is the Great Equalizer, but it is. There is a poem, and I always forget who wrote it, but it says, "And 6 feet of earth make us all of one size." And that's just it. So here, it is in the realm of the creation of what we desire, knowing that we are all of one size. Yes, some people have it a heck of a lot easier than others. And sometimes that just isn't fair. You didn't ask for the lot that you were dealt. You didn't. But you're being transformed here. You are embracing a passion and a fire and a beauty and a truth. There's also a seeing of darkness. And I know people sit there and it's like, why would I want to see darkness, Dane? And the reason you want to see darkness is because you're not naive. You're not. Here's the thing. We never know the depth of what we are capable of if we never see it within ourselves. If we don't sit there and think, there's a monster that lives inside of me, but I'm not letting it out. That's power. That's brilliance. Not knowing that there's a monster that lives inside of you, that's ignorance. And I'm not saying that to be rude. I'm saying that because human beings have that capacity, unlike any other animal on this earth, of cruelty. And then not falling into that cruelty is amazing. It is amazing. And a lot of times we don't see it that way. It's like, well, and we always go, well, at least I'm not this. At least it's not this. At least I'm not there. But we always give us worst case scenarios. It's like, no. The Great Equalizer says that just because, and yet it's showing me with jobs here. It's like, it could be worse. At least I'm not. And we always go to the job that is even worse than the one that we're in. But the one that we're in is, stifling our souls, stifling ourselves. This is saying here, you are transforming. You are finding that there is a lesson learned, okay? And it is a lesson learned. There is something here, and you're going to see this pattern. It doesn't just manifest within your work, Aries. It manifests within every aspect of your life, all right? Where it's a sense of your voice not being heard, of a frustration coming forward, of you underselling yourself. That's going to be a huge one, Aries, because when you are a positive Aries, when you claim your power, you are an unstoppable force. And so here, it's like, I am not going to undersell myself. I'm not going to look away from the warrior, that I am, from the emperor of battles and the emperor of truth and the emperor of war, a war against the mediocrity of the world, to embrace my passion, my truth, my desire. It might not be from your career, okay? Work might just be a way to pay the bills. Money can come in from other ways, side projects. You start to see things. You start to connect with the inner beauty of you. You start to heal. You start to develop. And you start to see, slowly and steadily, a shift coming forward. Slowly and steadily, you're claiming a greater power than you had realized before. And it leads you to facing something karmic that has held you back. And you haven't known what it was. But you'll see a theme repeating over and over again. For me, to use a personal example, because they're the examples that I have, I always undersold myself. Always. I always thought I was worthless. I was like, man, I have no talents, nothing. And that's how I conducted myself in life. And that was a life lesson for me. It was a karmic lesson to shatter a karmic past and even a DNA past, to embrace power and truth and beauty. There are reasons to think that I was less than, a little bit deaf, a little bit blind when I was little, operations to fix that, struggles, heartbreaks, pains, and disappointments, But the Five of Swords says when you win, when you fight for yourself, when you sit there and you know your truth, okay? It's not being cruel. It's not sitting there and saying, oh, I should let people walk all over me. No, it's being powerful. And that's what you're embracing, Aries. You're embracing a power. You're embracing a brilliance. You're embracing a way forward. And as you embrace this way forward, you see that the lesson here was for a reason. And it was for a deeper reason than you had imagined. And it leads to a healing. Okay? It definitely leads to a healing. An understanding of the way that you want to move forward, the way that you need to move forward, your angels blessing you, your angels healing you, this power washing over you, a cleansing of heart and soul and desire of where you need to be. And you're going to see yourself stepping forward. And as you step forward, you become more than you had expected. And yeah, the negativity becomes less than it had been before. It leads you to the Four of Waters. As you heal, you are going to see this gift from Divinity coming forward. And as this gift from Divinity comes forward, you see the power, the truth, and the passion of yourself. You see yourself moving forward to what is more, to what is needed, to what is desired within your life. And you're not on the outside of wealth anymore. You're not. You're making the conscious choice to say, I am growing and I am becoming exactly who I need to be. And I am going to the place that I need to be within me. No more is that door locked. No more am I in the cold. No more do I hear laughter and not get to be a part of it. I am claiming this because it is my birthright. And as it is your birthright, you are empowered. So when it comes to money and when it comes to your career here, Aries, you're breaking barriers. And you're calling money into your life, or something you value as much as money, coming forward, knowing where you stand. Let's go deeper. Aries, September 2020, money and career. Show me more deeply, Aries. September 2020, money and career. Show me more deeply, Aries. September 2020, money and career. Show me more deeply, Aries. Oh, goodness. There we go. Angels and spirit guides, show me deeply. Okay. Guide this reading and show me deeply. Angels and spirit guides. Angels and spirit guides. Angels and spirit guides. That one goes there. And that was too big a pile, but these two. Okay, there we go. Okay. Fantastic. And let's see the people you need to be mindful of during this time. Who are the people that Aries needs to be mindful of? September 2020, money and career. Who are the people that Aries needs to be mindful of? September 2020, money and career. Angels and spirit guides, show me clearly. Guide this reading and show me clearly. Angels and spirit guides. Fantastic. So we have here Scorpio energy. Now, it's very interesting because you have positive Scorpio energy. This is going to be negative Scorpio energy. This is going to be a person who's very secretive, who keeps things to themselves, who doesn't want to share. And you just have to be mindful because they have their own agenda, and that's really what they're focusing on here. Not yours, theirs. And it might seem like, oh wow, this person understands me, sees me, and it's like, yeah, they do, but they're not into it. Okay, they're into themselves right now. Then we have the Queen of Swords, air sign energy, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. This is a person who feels rather aloof, right? This is a person who's looking at a bigger picture. These Scorpio energy and the air sign energy aren't necessarily bad. I'm not seeing them as bad at all. The Queen of Swords can be a little bit biting, as can the Scorpio energy. They both have one has a blade, of course, and the other has the stinger of the Scorpio. But this is a person who is aloof, who is looking at their own drama, their own big picture, and they give advice. And it seems like if you didn't follow it, you would be a fool, right? Because that's how they word it. But it's not advice for you. It's not right. And you're looking at it and you're like, okay, yeah. But you're going to feel very drawn to it for some reason or another. And it can be that it brings up a lot of pains that you have been through, a lot of doubts and fears that you have. Yeah. And then this leads us to the Queen of Pentacles, Earth sign energy, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. And again, feminine energy here, or somebody who has very feminine energy. This is somebody who's, I'm just seeing the drumming on the drum. This is somebody whose energy does not mesh with yours. And you're going to think, oh, I'm reading too much into it. No. Trust your gut. And this could be a very quick interaction. It's kind of like, let's say you're getting on an elevator or something like that, and you just think, oh no, then don't. Like, that can be how brief the interaction is with this person, but don't subject yourself to that energy, because it's going to be too much. And what you want is an energy that grounds you in prosperity, not an energy that grounds you in doubt and in fear and in doubt of self. Yeah. So we have here the Wheel, the Four of Pentacles, Four of Materials, the King, the Knight of Emotion, the Knight of Cups, which is a water sign energy, Pisces, Scorpio, Cancer. We have the Ten of Emotions, the Ten of Cups. The Hermit, again, very strong Virgo energy coming forward. The Ace of Materials, the Ace of Pentacles. The Queen of Inspiration, the Queen of Wands. You're shining through as a queen as we go deeper. You were shining through as a king before, so you are very connected. You have the Magician, again, that's beautiful. It came up in your chakras. Now it's coming up in both of the cards. This is a time to manifest what it is that you truly want. And then we have the Ace of Emotions. This is a gift you are definitely taking. The Ace of Pentacles is how you're moving forward in your heart. You're seeing, a deeper understanding for the prosperity that you want. This is going to be permeating everything that you do, a sense of wanting more, a sense of going deeper, a sense of feeling blessings coming over you. And as you do so, and as you have this energy coming over you and guiding you emotionally, you're seeing that within your inner self, as you turn inward and as you become a student of your mind, you're going to see that things are changing. You're taking in this information, you're taking in this energy, and you're looking at yourself so much more honestly. But it can also feel like you're on a bit of a roller coaster ride. You have the highs and the lows, the lefts, the rights, and you can think, when is this going to end? And what you're seeing here is that as you embrace this wheel, as you embrace the changing of the seasons and the changing of the self, you know that, as Plato said, all is flux and nothing stays the same. Everything is forever changing, and you cannot freeze things to be as they once were, because you can never walk backwards, and you can never have anything be exactly the same. And that is something that you're seeing here within yourself, within your money, within your career. It's like there is a shift that is coming. And as you turn inward and as you gather up your knowledge and your understanding, you're preparing for that shift, and you're knowing that you're moving forward in prosperity and in power. It leads you to the Four of Materials. And this is, for me, the Four of Pentacles is the vampiric energy card. So as you're embracing this change and wanting to move forward, there's something here that's going to want to root you back, that's going to want to make you doubt yourself and say, oh, I can't do this. And it really comes over the power of your voice, the power of where you stand and what you stand for. And so you have to be very mindful during this time not to let doubt and fear rule you, because it will be very easy to fall into old patterns. This is negativity that was spoken over you. This is a sense of, of having prosperity and people taking that energy away. It's just like you get drained, and you're going to sit there and be like, why do I get drained? And the thing is that it can be people who have just passed you by. It doesn't have to be that you have a really close relationship with these people, though you could. And they drain your energy because they're not positive people. They're not people who sit there and work with the gifts that they were given. They kind of leech them off, like vampires, right? And leeches, they leech them off of others. And they make themselves feel good, but they'll always need a fix. They'll always need to be leeching the energy from other people. And so here, be very mindful of your energy. Be very mindful of what you give and the seeds that are planted by others during this time, in your mind and in your heart and in your soul and in yourself, from the past and from the present. And as you do this, visualize yourself with the golden light of spirit around you. See your angels. See your angels as these beautiful seraphim with flaming wings and flaming swords. And they cut through. They cut through that golden energy of the universe that is around you. And for an instant, there's nothing. It's beautiful, powerful silence. And as you look at that nothingness, okay, as you see it and as you take it in, there's a calm that comes over you. And then the light is almost instantaneously, like as fast as blink or as a heartbeat, the light comes back around you. But now you see that instead of having the sewer sludge that it did before, which you didn't notice because the brightness of the light is so overwhelming, but it had the sewer sludge, it had the doubt, it had the fear, it had the negativity from others. Now it's gone. Do that a couple of times a day to clear yourself of energy that keeps you from moving forward in the prosperity that you want, that keeps you doubting, where it is that you're supposed to be, that keeps you from achieving your goals, right? It also can just clear up the mind. And as it clears up the mind, it embodies and embraces the soul. And it leads you to being a knight, a defender of your emotions, of your truth, of what you dream, and of what you desire. And it has you connecting in your inner plane, as you connect with your angels. It has you connecting with your heart, your soul, and yourself, what you need, instead of what simply is expected. And as you do so, it leads you to the 10 of emotions, the 10 of cups. And the 10 of emotions is, and they all live happily ever after. As you look out at the horizon, as you have the 2 and then the 3 of wands, this beautiful progression of passion, creation, and the reason that you get out of bed in the morning, it moves you forward. It moves you forward to celebrate. You have the repeat of the number 10. You have it, in your crowning line right here. So you have the 10 with the wheel. Okay, the Wheel of Fortune is the 10th card in the Major Arcana. You have the 10 of Cups, and then you have you being embraced as the Queen of Wands. So here, excuse me, here, as you celebrate, as you see what it is that you want, not what the world tells you should want, not what can make everybody else jealous, but what you want from your soul, from your life, you start to see that. And the light comes inside. The Hermit, you turn inward. You have the, countdown from the 10 to the 9. You turn inward. You see the light shining bright. You see your souls, your desires, what you hope for, what you wish for, what you need. Okay? You see it shine. You see your passion, your power. Okay? You connect. Silence is going to be very important to you. All right? A silencing of the mind, a taking away, taking yourself out of the arena of this world, okay, and really connecting is actually going to make you more prosperous than if you are saying dog dag in the middle. That's, I don't know what that means, but it's like fighting right in the middle of things. So you're seeing yourself stepping back, connecting to what's truly important to you, connecting with what you want and what you need, being guided by the prosperity that comes over you as you have this connection. And it leads you to the Ace of Pentacles over the Magician here. So as you turn in, the Ace of Pentacles lets you see the gifts that Divinity is giving you, or has gifted you to move forward in this world, in prosperity, in wealth, and in bounty. The thing is that a lot of times, the gifts that Divinity says, these are what will make you successful. Utilize them, use them. We look at it, and because of the way the world tells us, things are and how success works, we'll sit there and we'll think, wow, I'm not going to be successful. Like, that's not my success. Like, that's not any way that anybody could possibly be successful. And you'd be surprised. And it's not sitting there and thinking, well, everybody does A, and so I have to do A. No, it's going off, like totally left field and doing, G, and just finding out that it's you. And you're like, oh, wow, I get it, because you're connecting. And it's that gift of prosperity that is now planted in your heart, in your soul, and shining bright, that you're sitting there and saying, I'm going to be taking this. I'm taking this, and it is a part of me. It leads you to you. It leads you to the Queen of Emotions. It leads you to the Queen of Wands. I'm not emotions, inspiration. There we go. I was like, wait. The Queen of Wands. It's here as you pull back, as you see things equalized. Okay? The Great Equalizer is also understanding that you might look at people and think, wow, they're so much better than me. They have so much going on. But now, because you're looking at yourself and your soul openly and honestly, you're facing karmic debts and things that have kept you in cycles. And now it's like, oh no, this is me. This is my truth, my passion, my power, my grace, my fire, my understanding. And remember, life does not exist without fire. It's the sun in the sky, right? Our closest star that warms the earth. It's the core of the center of the earth, right? It is what Prometheus got tied to a rock for, with a bird eating his liver, because he gave man fire. And you are fire. You are a gift, a passion, and a truth. Let it shine. Let it shine. As you do so, you embrace your magic. You have the Magician come up again. As above, so below. As you think it, so it becomes. Your mind is astoundingly powerful. You might not even fully understand how powerful it is. Utilize it. Use it. Be wondered by it. Let yourself embrace your gifts and your understanding. Let yourself open the door to where you need to be. And as you do so, you're opening the door to you. You're standing before the altar of your existence. You're standing before the altar of what you desire, create, and cultivate in life. And you're saying, this is me, and I shine. I shine with the connection of the God's head within me. I shine with the truth of who I was born to be and the role I was born to play. And as you embrace this, the Ace of Emotions, the Ace of Cups comes. It comes at your roots. It cleanses away the doubts and the fears and the apprehensions. It cleanses away the hurts and the pains. It brings tears, most definitely. It can make you feel vulnerable and alone at times, because there's a depth of emotion that other people do not understand. But it also gives you the fighting strength of the Knight of Emotions, the Knight of Cups. Taking this gift in your hands and saying, this is what I fight for. This is what I want. This is who I am. And the emotional hurts that have held you back, the emotional doubts and fears, they start to wash away. Do they come back? They always do. But there is a clear vision here. There is clear insight, and there is an empowerment that is spectacular. And as you embrace this, you embrace you. So let's see what your spirit animal message is for this time, Aries. Aries. September 2020, money and career. Aries. September 2020, money and career. Aries. September 2020, money and career. Aries. Angels and spirit guides, show me clearly. Guide this reading and show me clearly. Write these three. We have here the canary spirit. It says, sing your own song. Let your own truth shine. Sing your truth and embrace your grace. Don't let your words be swayed by others. Move forward in your passionate connection. As you do so, you have the pig spirit. Use your mind wisely. You're thinking, when pigs fly. When pigs fly, I'll be successful. When pigs fly, things will work out. Here, your pig has wings. Use your mind wisely. Create and cultivate what is needed. Embrace. Embrace what you desire. As you do so, you have the spider spirit, who is absolutely one of my favorites. And this says, make your dreams real. Spin the web. Connect the truth. Create something beautiful. And make your dreams a reality. Because you're not being held back anymore. Your subconscious spirit animal message is the Scarab Beetle spirit. Magic works through you. And in ancient Egyptian times, the Scarab Beetle was sacred. And so here, sacredness, a connection with magic, works through you. The God's head within you, the power that you were born with, you see it. Because there's a lot here that you might say, oh, it's just not me. It's just not me. Other people have these gifts. We always want our gifts to be something electric, something that is shocking and just vibrant to everybody. Like fireworks in the sky. Everybody sees it. Those gifts, people who have those really bright gifts that shine like fireworks die out really quickly. They burn away. You don't want to be a firework. You want your steady, beautiful gift. Your beautiful connection with your heart, your soul, and yourself to move you forward, to amass a fortune. And a fortune does not have to be more money than you could spend in a lifetime. A fortune is experience. A fortune is wisdom. A fortune is so much more than what we boil it down to. It's using your gifts and your grace. It's seeing your power. And it's knowing that your future is bright. Because you're taking hold of what you desire. And you're opening up doors that once felt barred to you. Your subconscious people message is the Chariot. Cancer energy. Time frame June 21st to July 22nd. Once you set your heart on something, you will not turn from what you love. You will not. This is your love, your desire, your grace, and your truth. There's a determination to you and a dedication to you that is absolutely unstoppable. This Cancer energy mixed with your Aries energy, you are a force to be reckoned with. And your power comes from your heart. That's why you need to revitalize it. That's why you need to connect with it. Your subconscious chakra message is soul's healing. This is your soul star chakra, located 6 inches above your crown. Divinity, your angels, your spirit guides are healing you. And you will feel this healing washing over you. A warmth that starts in your head, and I can feel it tingling down your spine. Move forward with this feeling. Move forward with your truth. And do not let others sway you from it. This leads you to your subconscious tarot message, which is the Queen of Water. Water sign energy, Pisces, Scorpio, Cancer. Emotional healing, emotional cleansing, a truth and a connection with what you love and what is important. You move a lot during this time from an emotional gut reaction, but it's more like your gut and your heart talking to each other. You are a queen. You are healing. You are cleansing. You are becoming. And you are going to feel more comfortable behind the scenes, even though you are going to be called forward with the King of Wands. You will be called forward. People will be taking note of you and seeing you. But personally, you are going to feel much more comfortable with the Queen of Wands, especially in the public arena, connecting with your truth and not being in the middle of absolutely everything, of letting other people deal with the nonsense and, negativity, and you connecting with something so much greater. To go deeper with your tarot message, we have the Three of Inspiration, the Three of Wands. Again, you see yourself moving forward. You have the Three of Wands here, you have the Three of Wands in the main part of the reading, and here, things start to fall into place, like dominoes being set and falling down. And it's like, oh, this is what it was all for. And subconsciously, as you connect with your heart, you realize, oh, this is what it was all for. All right, Aries. I hope this reading has resonated with you. I wish you nothing but light, love, peace, and happiness. May harmony always be with you. I am sending loving, healing energy to each and every one of you. I love you all, and stay safe. Let's end this reading with a meditation, a clearing away of negative energy, a rising of our positive energy as we move forward in determination and dedication to the truth and the wealth that is a part of our birthright. So take a nice deep breath in, exhaling whenever it feels comfortable for you. May you move forward in peace and love, Aries.